Okay, we have the guest of honor. First of all, I want to say hello to Mr. Robert Bradley. We love you, Mr. Bradley.
Yeah, me too.
It's an honor to do this event for you, and it's been an honor to work for you. And Paula Bradley as well, Paula Bradley Bachelor. We are at the 80th birthday celebration for Herbie Kupersmith, a Chelsea legend, turning 80 years old. How's it feel, Mr. Kupersmith?
Well, I turned 80 in February 3rd, 1939 was my birthday, but you can't have a birthday in February with the snow.
Okay.
So we moved it to July.
Okay. They are coming here to feat you, to honor you, to salute you and pay tribute. You've done so much for so many people. Talk about your life of philanthropy and giving and reaching out and helping others.
Well, I have to go back and tell the story about my mother who forced me to be bar mitzvahed. And I didn't want to be bar mitzvahed. So she said, you will be bar mitzvahed or you cannot play basketball, which is that picture up there. So I became bar mitzvahed, and my mother gave me 3 pieces of paper, and she said, I want you to read these. The first one was, never drink the cup dry, leave some for other people. Number 2 was, if you want to do something, do it because you want to do it, not because you're going to get accolades. And the third one was, as you grow older, you'll find that 99% of the people you know are takers. I want you to be a giver. And that's how I've lived my life.
Okay, give us a brief synopsis. You grew up on what street?
I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I moved to my grandmother's house when I was 2 and a half on Michael's Place, off of William Street, near the Chelsea dump. Grew up, lived in Ward 2. My oldest friend is here, Lenny Nelson.
Lenny Nelson is in the house.
Nothing basically has changed. I mean, life hasn't changed from that picture. The people who were my friends then are still my friends. It's very unique to grow up in Chelsea because everybody had the same, little or nothing, but they had each other. And I thank you for doing this, and you've always treated me well and your family. There are 4 people that I would like to thank.
Sure.
U.J. McLaughlin, who was a police officer in my area, took good care of me, sent me to chalk laser at the YMHA. I then went to Harry Colton, who handled me legally and every other way. And the one that I'm forgetting the most is Julius Zeff. Julius was like my father. He taught me the right things to do and the wrong things to stay away from. And those 4 people, plus my mother, has made it possible for me to be here, because I never would have made it without them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be back with you later.
Okay.
All right.
God bless you.
Okay, let's move on. Rosemary Carlisle is here from the Chelsea School Committee.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
What can we say about an event like this honoring Herbie Kupersmith?
Oh my God, this is fantastic. I want to thank Herbie for all he does for the Chelsea Public Schools. He gets a lot of money in there for the scholarships, and he's a wonderful person.
We like to call him a Chelsea legend.
He is a legend. He is a legend because he's so wonderful. He's a wonderful person. And that's because we're proud to be from Chelsea. And when you look around the room, you can see these are all Chelsea people who came to celebrate a wonderful day with Herbie and his birthday. So.
Okay, thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Okay, let's move on here. How are you, Mr. Marino? Step up.
Fine, thank you.
This is Minna Karas Marino's husband. We know Minna has a big role tonight. What do you want to say about Minna's friend, Herbie Kupersmith?
I think he's one of the greatest guys I've ever met. And what else can I say about him?
Yep.
That's it.
Yes. Okay.
Be well.
All right.
That's all
Thank
we
you.
have to do.
Thank you. All right. Oh. Wow. Wow. Look who's here. Wow. We have Mr. Marvin Castman. They are from the great Metro Credit Union. The president and CEO is here, Robert Castman.
And my fiance, you
Welcome to Chelsea. Welcome to Chelsea. We'll start with you, Mr. Castman. What's it like to be back here in Chelsea with Mr. Herbert Kupersmith?
It feels fabulously. Of course, Herbie is such a wonderful guy, very charitable. Everybody likes him. I came special to see him, and it's well worth it. It's well worth it, believe me. He's a terrific guy, yes.
Okay, let's move on to Mr. Robert Cashman, the current leader. He's in charge at Metro Credit Union. What a great organization. Over $1 billion in assets, am I right?
You're getting closer. You're closer and closer. It's going to be $2 billion at the end of this year. Here we go.
Well, I was only off there. $1 billion. $1 billion here, $1 billion here. Pretty soon you have a lot of money.
Carrie, it's great to be here tonight. It's wonderful. Chelsea, as you know, is a very close-knit community. And we're here tonight to honor Herbie. He's been very philanthropic, has given back to the community, the city of Chelsea, and we'd like to show our recognition to him tonight. So, Herbie, happy birthday.
Okay, and that's my mother, Edith Schumann, who began at Metro Credit Union.
I'm an ex-employee of Metropolitan Credit Union. I was there 22 years, and this is my boss. He was my boss right here.
Did you say he was a good boss?
Yes, he was a good boss. And happy birthday, Herbie.
There we go. Happy birthday, Herbie.
Happy birthday. Many more, many more.
Okay, great to see you all here. Okay, nice to see you. Okay, let's move on over here. Mr. Smith, we're on television.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes.
Herbie, it's wonderful. Congratulations on your 80th birthday. You're a wonderful guy. Your parties are the greatest. You keep the gel. You keep the city going. We love you so much, and we wish you the best. Thanks.
Okay. And thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, let's move on here. Now, this is Mr. Ken Sorkin. Yeah, you're on television.
I'm not on television.
Yeah, you're on television. What do you want to say about Herbie Kupersmith, Mr. Sorkin?
I've known him a long time. He was basically in the same field that I was in.
Yeah.
He did ladies, I did men's. He's a Superman. He's a Superman, and a Superman keep that walnut show thriving. Okay? Great guy. He's like an idol to me. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, one of the great basketball players in Marblehead High history. Went on to play college basketball. Tell us about your relationship with Herbie Kupersmith and what he meant on your road to success, David Siggers.
Herbie meant a lot to me in my success. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for Herbie Kupersmith. It's been 40 years ago when I was 15 years old. He came into my life and changed the rest of my life. He was like a mentor, like a father to me, and we've been friends ever since. He sent me to prep school. Got a 4-year scholarship to Stonehill College, and I've been teaching in education for 30 years, and all of that is because of this great man who's inspired me to do good things in life and follow his lead, touching people's lives.
Yes. You're also coaching, right?
I'm not coaching right now. I'm just refereeing basketball, you know. It's 30 years teaching still.
Now, if you played Herbie one-on-one, you know, he played for Chelsea High. His best days were at the Williams School where they won 27 games in a row. But I know you would beat Herbie one-on-one.
I don't think Herbie would have a chance, man. You know, it's all good, though. You know, it's a great day. It's a great honor for him. You know, 80 years is a long time to live, and he's still plugging away, and I'm so happy for him and his family.
Okay. Thank you, David.
You're welcome.
Castle Lodge Buzzy Barton is in the house.
How are you, Carrie?
How are you? All the way from Lynn.
All the way
One of the
from
most
Lynn.
popular men in Lynn is here to say congratulations, Herbie, right?
Congratulations and happy birthday, Herbie. Have a great birthday. Enjoy and a healthy one.
Does Herbie know his basketball?
I think he knows. I think he knows a little about basketball.
And here we have one of the great college basketball officials, Paul Halloran, also from Lynn.
Seems like this is an over-publicized event already, and I've only been here 38 seconds. What's with all the media here?
Well, Herbie deserves the media. He's been helping people for...
Herbie is, you know what the Jesuits' motto is, True? The Jesuits?
From Holy Cross.
The Jesuits' mission is to be a man, a woman for others. And Herb Kupersmith is a man for others in the true Jesuit spirit. Just to interject a little Catholicism into this event.
Okay. Yeah.
He is a man for others in the
Yes.
true Jesuit spirit, in the spirit of St. Ignatius of Loyola.
Okay. Well said, Paul.
You have nothing to say to that, do you?
No, it was
As soon
well
as I
said.
bring up the Jesuits,
No.
you go silent.
No, well said. The Jesuits are great people. Everyone's great people.
They are, and Herb is a great person.
Yeah.
And Buzzy Barton is a great city councilor in the
Yes.
city of Lynn.
Yes.
In fact, because I get 4 votes, I'm going to vote for him.
Thank you,
Yes.
Bob.
How are you, Mr. Baruchin? How are you, sir? How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
What do you want to say about Herbie Kupersmith?
Herbie, one of the finest gentlemen you ever want to meet. What else can I say? He's an outstanding individual.
Well said.
Well said. Thank you.
All right.
Did
Let's
you
move.
retire yet?
Let's move on. Oh, Bobby Fee. Okay. Bobby Fee. Everyone's playing for second place in terms of athletics. The great one from Indiana University, Chelsea High School All-Scholastic, a distance runner, and what a great guy. And I just said we're so All-American, yes. Shriners, everything. Tried out for the Boston Patriots. How you doing, Mr. Fee?
Doing very good for an old man.
What do you want to say about Herbie? I know he wasn't as great an athlete as you, but he did some good stuff athletically.
But one thing better than being an athlete is being a greater guy, and he is a greater guy.
He's a great guy.
He sure is. He treats everybody the way they should be treated.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Mr. Weir?
How are you?
He once struck out 20 batters in one game, like Roger Clemens, right? A Chelsea High record that still stands, which is saying something because there's some great Chelsea High pitchers like Mike Lush and Bobby Rogers and so many others.
Harper White. Harper White was one of the best. He signed with the Dodgers.
Yeah. So how long have you known Herbie Kupersmith?
About 64 years.
64 years, and he's done so much.
Oh, he's a great kid, and he came up the hard way. He didn't have much growing up. His mother worked hard. He's a credit to the city and a credit to himself.
Okay, always pleasure to see you.
Same here.
Okay, Mr. Jack Dobbin is in the house. How are you? We're on television. Say hello to the people of Chelsea.
Hi, people of Chelsea.
And tonight belongs to Herbie Kupersmith, the man of the hour.
He is the man of the hour. Good man, Herbie.
Yeah. He's done a lot.
Yeah. And what about your brother? How's your brother?
Eric will be here tonight.
Will he?
Yes.
Good to see him. It'd be
Okay.
good to see a lot of people that I haven't seen in years.
Yeah. Great to see you.
Great to see you, okay.
Okay. All right. How are you, Ralph? How you doing? Ralph Schneiderman is in the house. How long have you known Herbie?
I've known Herbie about 25 years.
And what do you want to say about him?
Everything was good. Everything I've ever experienced with Herbie's been great. We've had great times together, Chelsea High School, basketball tournaments. He's been a very good friend for.
Yeah. And we're all here to celebrate his 80 years.
80 years. We're all here. We're all here to celebrate his 80 years and hopefully 20 or 30 more.
Yes. Thank you very much. Okay. The superintendent of Chelsea Schools, Dr. Mary Burke. How are you? We're back at Chelsea High. And what would you like to say about Herbie Kupersmith, Dr. Burke?
Well, first of all, I can't express enough the deep gratitude that we have in the Chelsea schools for Herbie over the years, over the generations, the support that he's given our students, the success and the doors of opportunity that he's opened up for these students through the scholarship money and programs that he's been able to help us with. And most importantly, just to wish him a really, really wonderful birthday year. So he deserves it. Thank you.
Thank you for all your service to the Chelsea school system. Unfortunately, you're moving on.
The end of December, December 31st, I am moving on. I'll be retiring. But I'm not leaving education. I'll be working in another capacity in education. So always for students and Chelsea students. So.
Thank you, Dr. Burke. This is Nelson Woodfork, a great supporter of Big Blue Athletics. But tonight we're here for Herbie Kupersmith.
Absolutely.
What do you want to say about Herbie?
Herbie has taken me to more interesting high schools all over the city, North Shore, and somehow they never touch his car. There's a message there.
Okay, Frank DeFelice. We know his brother Bob at Bentley University. Mr. DeFelice, how's it feel to be here?
I'm glad I'm here. I really am glad. I see a lot of people that I haven't seen in a long time, and it's a great attraction.
Yeah.
And
what can we say about Herbie?
Oh, he's a giver.
Yes.
He really is a giver. He's a very generous person. He's a giver.
Yeah.
And he stands tall.
Yeah.
He's a little bit, it's like, I'm glad I came. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Thanks for being here, Mr. Frank DeFelice.
Thank you.
Bruce Clays is here. Dottie Novak, how are you? We're on television. Murray Novak is here. What do you want to say about Herbie Kupersmith?
One hell of a guy.
Dottie, what do you want to say about Herbie?
Same thing. He's a wonderful guy. This is like a class reunion. A lot of fun.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly.
Wow, it's great to see you here.
Thank you. We'll see you later on.
All right. Yep. Nice to see you, Mr. Novak.
You take care.
Okay.
The name is Murray.
Murray Novak.
For you, it's Murray.
Thank you. Okay. Bruce Glazer's here. Certified basketball official. Let's talk about
Retired.
her. Retired?
Officially retired.
Oh, wow.
I will not referee anymore.
Oh, wow.
I have 20 other things I'm doing.
Do you remember Herbie as a basketball referee?
No.
How about as a basketball player?
Well, I heard stories about him. He was a great player, but the biggest complainer I ever heard. I heard that from my father back in the day.
What, to the refs?
Oh yeah, terrible.
Oh, wow.
Big complainer. But you know, when I see Herb, it brings back great memories of the YMHA and my dad, and it just all those years just go by, and we have tremendous memories of those days. People playing basketball, just hanging out, and you know, can never forget Chalk. I mean, he was just an immortal for the city of Chelsea. So
Well, Chalk Glazer was one of Herbie's mentors.
Yes, he was, and he's the first to admit to that. So we do have that close relationship because of that.
And how's the great Gloria Glazer?
She's doing great. I wish she was here, but she's still with us, and hope she's going to be here for a long time.
Okay. Nice to see you, Bruce.
Kerry. Thank you.
Bruce Glazer's here.
I'm honored to be here at this great celebration. Herbie Kupersmith, the angel of the earth. Herbie was born to do what he does and make a difference in life for many, many people. And it's an honor to be his brother. I'm in that picture. Me and Herbie were on that team.
Yeah, you won 27 in a row, I heard.
Yeah, we couldn't be beat, and Herbie was the main factor. So it's a privilege and an honor to be here, and I salute Herbie with all my heart and soul. He's
Great Lenny Nelson.
He's my eternal brother.
Okay, great to see you.
Thank you. I'm a pleasure. Thank you, sir.
All right, let's move on here. How are you? Sheldon, how are you?
Jordan.
Yes. Jordan Young is here. What do you want to say about Herbie Kupersmith?
I wanted to say that Herbie Kupersmith is one of the best fellows here in Chelsea, and this is a great party for him. He has everybody here, from every place, not only Chelsea, but United States, and maybe more so in other places as well. I wish Herbie a very, very successful year and happy birthday.
Okay, and Sheldon Young's in the house, right?
Jordan Young.
That's Sheldon. Oh, let's go say hello to Sheldon. Sheldon, how are you? Come on and stand up and say hello. Hello, how are you? We just talked to Jordan.
Yes. And this is a wonderful occasion for people who haven't seen each other for a long time to get together and recongregate.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank
you for
very
being
much.
here. Okay. Let's move on here. How are you? What do you want to say about Herbie? Introduce yourself to the people of Chelsea.
Phyllis Sagan loves Herbie. Happy, happy, happy birthday.
All the way from Marblehead you came? From the great town of Marblehead.
From the great town of Marblehead. You're right. You're right.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Thanks for being here. What would you like to say about Herbie Kupersmith? Okay.
So I would just like to thank Herbie for always inviting me. He was one of my first boyfriends. And I used to have braces, and he liked to kiss the braces.
Okay.
Okay, how's that?
All right. How are you?
I'm fine. Coop is probably the nicest guy that you would ever possibly meet. He's just genuinely wonderful, caring, generous person. And for him to have a party like this every once in a while, I just love him to death.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on. Harold Mandel is here. Hi, Harold. How are you?
I was bar mitzvah today at the Walnut Street Synagogue. I had 40 people there,
I did the Shochanah, I did Musaf, I did the Haftorah. It was one of the greatest bar mitzvahs I've ever had, and I did it 77 years after I got bar mitzvahed when I was 13. I did the same thing 77 years later. All the Chelsea people were there. I had it this morning. Herbie was there too. Then he had to go.
Wow.
So we had a double header today.
Well, we have to thank Herbie for pretty much saving the Walnut Street Synagogue from extinction.
You are right 100%. Herbie's done a lot for the show. There's only one Herbie. Let me tell you about Herbie. Herbie's axiom, his principle is, there are two types of people in this world. He says there is the takers and the givers. 1% of the givers, 99% of the takers. He wants to be in the 1% bracket.
Right.
That's Herbie.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, Richie Moronsky's here, the former Chelsea High quarterback who led Chelsea to a great victory on Thanksgiving morning, 1980.
Kerry knows the story better than I do.
I was there.
He was the reporter.
Yeah.
So, nice to be here tonight. I wish happy birthday to Mr. Kupersmith at 80 years old. And it's nice to be with my buddy Kerry Schumann here.
And do we want to introduce the future Mrs. Moronsky? Yes.
No, she doesn't. She's
here she is. The future Mrs. Moronsky. How are you?
Doing well, and you?
What do you want to say about Richard Moronsky? You never saw him play sports, did you?
Never, no, I didn't. But I keep hearing of it.
And I'm sure he's told you what a great guy Herbie Kupersmith is.
Yes, very much, yes. Loves him.
Okay, anything else?
No, that's it. Just hope everybody has a nice time tonight, and we'll see you later, Kerry.
Okay. All right. Mike Lush is here. Oh, okay. He gets my vote as the best player in Chelsea High history, baseball. Signed with the Cincinnati Reds, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Played college ball at Miami-Dade.
Miami-Dade North. And yes, we had a fabulous year, 1975.
Yes, led Chelsea to its greatest baseball season ever. You were the pitcher, the outfielder. You did it all. What a hitter. Went on to play in Chelsea softball. Mike, I can't say enough about you. But tonight it belongs to Herbie Kupersmith.
I'm going to go see him right now.
What a man.
Yes, I've known him 45 years. Terrific.
Helped us all along the way.
Oh, absolutely. He's a gentleman and a scholar.
Yep. And you look great.
Thank you.
Okay. Mike Lush is here. Al Terminello. He has the honor of being tonight's official photographer. How you doing?
You caught me here with my camera on my shoulder and a cold drink in my hand, but it's always a pleasure being here for Herbie's birthday party and the grand reunion of the Chelsea High School people here. You know, things change, but they don't change. There's a lot of faces in here that I haven't seen in a while, but it's great seeing them again. Got to rekindle some old friendships. So this is a great time. And happy birthday to Herbie. He's a great guy. And I've only known him for 40 years, which is nothing compared to everybody else in the room. So happy birthday, Herbie.
Okay, thank you so much, Al.
Yep, thanks.
Al Terminello is here. Hi. Is this Mr. Walsh? Yeah. Oh, out of Brown University.
What's going on?
We have a legitimate football star here. I saw him play at Swampscott High School. You were awesome.
It was a long time ago. But,
basketball, football, he did it all, and then on to one of the greatest schools in America, Brown University, where he also played college football.
Yeah.
He's tall, he's handsome. How you doing?
I'm doing well. These are all very nice things to say. I appreciate it. It was a long time ago, but I feel good. You know, I'm 4 years out of school now almost, and life is going well. This is my beautiful girlfriend, Caroline. Bring her in.
Caroline, say hello.
Hi. She's laughing at you because
great.
she's hearing all the compliments. She doesn't know. I didn't meet her till after college. So.
I don't know that side of him. I only know the afterlife.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There must be video you playing at Swampscott High. He was a real star, let me tell you.
She's seen a little bit, just a little bit. But happy birthday, Herbie.
Yes. He's a great grandfather, isn't he?
He's a great grandfather, one of the best in the country, in the world, you name it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. You're the youngest 80 I've ever seen.
Okay.
You're beautiful.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Great to see you. How are you? We're on television, Sandra Podolsky. How are you?
I'm very good now that I found you. I'm having a wonderful time, and I always enjoy seeing you on television.
Well, we're going to see you on television. What do you want to say about Herbie Kupersmith?
Well, Herbie and I go back a long way. Herbie and my family were always very close, and he's part of my family. Herbie Kupersmith is a wonderful person. And I'm so happy to be here to see everybody. I saw your mother this morning at the beauty parlor.
Okay.
She looks good. You look good. Everybody looks good.
Thank you. The former Chelsea High athletic director. Now, you know Herbie for how many years?
I met Herbie in the middle 1950s. I got introduced to him at a football game when I got tackled by Herbie, and I'm going to tell that story tonight. That's when we became friends.
Okay, and how about his lifetime of philanthropy, giving to others? He's amazing.
He's amazing. He's tremendous. Herbie's always doing a lot of nice things for a lot of people. I hope that these people that receive his gratitude appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah, I really do. Have a good time tonight. Everybody here loves Herbie.
You said it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Marcy, how are you?
I'm good. How
We're on television. Say hello to Herbie, the father.
Hi, Dad. How you doing? Hope you're having a great night. Love you. Happy 80th and a half.
So what are you up to, Marcy?
Oh, well, we're in town visiting from Colorado.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. How are things in Colorado?
Hot.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been very hot.
right.
Good.
Great to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
Okay. All right. Oh, here's Morty Podolsky. How are you, Morty?
I'm doing good.
What would you like to say about Herbie Kupersmith?
Well, Herbie Kupersmith, I could tell you a story. When my brother Freddie was playing basketball for the high school, and Herbie Kupersmith didn't have a nickel to his name, he used to carry my brother's gym bag to get into the basketball game. So Herbie Kupersmith and the Podolsky family go back over 50, 60, 70, 80 years. And it's a pleasure to be here. At 89, I hope I reach 90. And here's my charming wife, Sandra, who we've been married for how many years now?
63 years.
63 years of marriage. Wow.
And she says it may not last.
Say hello to the people of Chelsea.
Hi, John Buckley, actually Beaver Buckley, class of 61, the best basketball team that Chelsea High School ever had. And I'm the only person who has ever scored all 3 Thanksgivings against Everett back in the normal days of Chelsea High School.
Wow.
You remember those days.
Well, what do you want to say about Herbie Kupersmith?
Herbie Kupersmith was a mentor to Big Larry Smith, who's around here and stuff. They were 4 years ahead of us. And Herbie always, you know, after games and stuff like that, would advise us, would have commentary. Sometimes it'd be nasty commentary, but he was always the type of guy that, you know, supported the younger people, and, you know, one of the most wonderful guys anybody ever knew.
Coach Barry Dwyer, the legendary cross-country coach. Let's talk about Herbie Kupersmith.
One of the most generous people that ever graduated from Chelsea High School. I go way back with him when I had a cross-country team, and he would donate every year to my camp fund. That's how we got so good.
Yes.
He's a great guy. Great guy.
Nice to see you here.
Thanks, Kerry.
Okay. Behind every great man, there's a great woman, and here she is, Sandra Cookie Kupersmith.
What can I say? Another opening, another show. And it's Herbie's birthday, and here we are. I'm glad you're here, and that was a very lovely article that you wrote. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And you've met my entire family, I see.
Yes.
I think. Okay. And I can't wait to get my copy of this. This is the first time I've been interviewed, I think.
Oh, wow. So what do you want to say? When did you first meet him?
I first met him in October of 1963 at Boston University.
Wow.
Yep.
And then you were married?
We were married in May of 65. We moved to Charlotte in September of 65 and back to Boston. Couldn't keep Herbie away from Chelsea. He had to come back to Chelsea. We were back here in December of 65. And the rest is history.
3 great daughters, grandchildren.
3 great grandchildren, absolutely. And 3 great son-in-laws.
Yeah.
One of whom's birthday is today. His birthday is today. There's a few people here whose birthdays are today.
Yeah.
We got a 90-year-old and a 53-year-old and an 80-year-old, but his birthday wasn't today, Herbie's.
Well, we applaud you for allowing Herbie to do all these great things. I know it takes a lot of his time.
It does. It does. He loves doing it. The most important thing to Herbie are his friends. And this gives him a great opportunity to get as many of his friends together as he can. So this is what he does, and he does it very well.
Okay, great to see you.
Nice to see you, Carrie. Thank you.
There you go. How are you? Good, thanks. We're on television. Say hello.
How are you? What a nice night to be here with Coop and all his buddies.
Yeah.
So.
You having a good time?
I had a great time.
Okay.
What more could you ask for? Nice group of people, good food, great time.
Okay, enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Nice to see you. Cheryl, say hello.
Hi.
What do you want to say about the great Herbie Kupersmith?
I want to say he's a wonderful man. Everybody loves him. Just look around.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everything good?
Everything's great.
Great, you look wonderful.
Thank you. You look good too,
thank
Carrie.
you.
Take care.
And here's her mom. The great Shirley Kaplan is here. I know how much you appreciate Herbie and all he does for people.
I certainly do. He's a wonderful guy, and I love him. Even if he wasn't related to me, I would still love him. But I'm a relative.
And you came all the way from Swampscott to be here tonight.
Absolutely. I'm thrilled to death. He's a wonderful guy.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy to be here at his 80th birthday. I'm happy
Okay.
to see you, too.
Okay, that was Shirley.
Okay, how are you?
Say hello to the people of Chelsea and say Herbie.
Hello to Herbie and happy birthday, and I hope the scholarship fund is great.
Okay, thanks for being here.
Okay, Dr. Beverly McClure.
Nice to see you, Dr. McClure.
Yeah, I'm from New York.
You came all the way from New York to be here?
Always for Herbie.
That is so nice of you to travel all that way.
Yes, he's a great guy.
Thank you, Dr. McClure.
Yeah, we graduated together.
Oh, wow. Wow. Great to see you. Okay, Steve Salbovitz was here, one of the great youth basketball coaches. But Herbie was a good player himself.
Herbie was a terrific player. Used to watch Herbie in the Wild Animal League when he used to play with my cousin Butch.
Yes, Butch Selby.
Butch Selby, absolutely. So, yeah, Herbie was a great athlete himself.
And what do you want to say about the philanthropic Herbie Kupersmith?
Well, I think for those that don't know, of course, Herbie never forgot his roots, where he came from in Chelsea. And over the years, Herbie has been instrumental in giving back to Chelsea, raising money for things like scholarships at Chelsea High School, his famous dinners, birthdays like today. He's the person who is responsible for the continuation of the Walnut Street Synagogue in Chelsea, and he sponsored many other endeavors that people don't know about out in Marblehead, where he lives and so forth. So he's lived an exemplary life.
Okay, thank you, Steve.
Carrie, anytime.
Great
Good
to see you.
Good seeing you.
Chelsea Councilor at Large Leo Robinson is here tonight. Councilor Robinson, what do you want to say about Herbie Kupersmith?
Wow, Herbie, long time, old neighborhood guy who used to live down near the Gov. Used to come up to the Williams School to play ball all the time. Herbie was just an outstanding individual who went on and did some pretty good things in his life. And he always remembered, he never forgot where he came from.
Did you ever get to play in the Wild Animal with him?
Played against him, took him to school plenty of times.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Yeah.
I was too quick for him, you know. But the Wild Animal League was a great place to play ball and play and meet with a lot of good friends.
Okay. Thanks for being here.
Well, it's always a pleasure being here with you and Ricky at the cable. You do a great job covering the City of Chelsea events.
Yeah, let's
Thank
give
you.
credit to Ricky behind the camera. Unsung hero tonight. Okay. One of the daughters is here. How are you, Stacey? Great to see you.
Oh, God.
We're on television.
Hi, Dad. Happy 80th. We're just glad to be here, as many of our family members as could be, and are just blessed that you're with us, and we love you.
He's done so much for Chelsea, as you know.
I know. He's inspired many. He's inspired me to give back to my communities.
And who's this tall, handsome gentleman to your left?
My husband.
Hey, how are you? I'm Jim Walsh. Dad, happy 80th birthday. It's been a great ride. It's always nice to come back here to Chelsea and celebrate with you, and see some of the same old faces we've seen time and again. And I have a great speech for you later, so hopefully we'll catch that on camera.
Same. And enjoy yourself, Dad. Enjoy all your connections and bask in the glory of all your hard work.
Thank you. Talk about special guests, the most popular governor in the United States of America. Governor, you're doing such a great job. We saw you at the sand sculpture yesterday. You're all over the great state of Massachusetts. What's it like to be here for Herbie Kupersmith tonight?
Well, we know Herbie and Cookie and the family because Herbie's daughter lives in Swampscott, and her son was one of my son's best friends growing up. They played sports together, and we spent a lot of time with the family. And Herbie, of course, is a legend in high school basketball. And as a former high school basketball player myself, I just love talking to him about it.
You played at Needham High and Harvard University.
Correct.
So were you better than Herbie, or you must have been if you played college basketball and high school basketball?
Look, I don't think Herbie ever played against or with anybody he wasn't better than. It's part of his charm.
Okay, Governor, it's an honor to have you here. Will you be speaking? I imagine you will be, of course.
We have a little something for Herbie, which will be given to him at some point, yeah.
Okay. Governor Charlie Baker, it's immense that you're here. You're doing an awesome job.
Thank you.
And keep up the great work, Governor.
Thank you, sir. Will do. All right.
Governor Charlie Baker is in the house. Oh, my.
At this time, as we dine to some nice music, it's time to hear some great words of wisdom. So, first, your attention. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming. You have to be spontaneous when you have an event like this, because things always happen. Things show up, like the governor's here and his lovely wife, Lauren. And he has some place to be, so we're going to let him speak first. Governor Charlie Baker.
Thank you, Cookie. Hey, first of all, I just want to say how much I know we appreciate all of you coming out tonight to celebrate Herbie's 25th birthday. You know, the guy doesn't look a day over 19. God bless him. But I just thought, given all he's done over the years and all of the people he's helped and all of the kids in this particular high school who he has talked to and basically said, look, you keep your nose clean, you go to school, you do your homework, you get good grades, and I will find a way to help you move forward in your life, get you into college. There are literally thousands of kids in this community who have benefited from Herbie's desire to give back and pay it forward over and over and over again. And that doesn't even count all the people that he's helped along the way. And I just have to tell you that my wife Lauren and I have gotten to know Herbie and Cookie really well because one of their grandchildren was one of our son's best friends. And we spent many, many hours sitting in gyms listening to Herbie's old basketball stories. And believe me, they're old. And all these great stories about kids, and he is so much fun to talk to about kids because he just loves kids. And I thought it would be appropriate for me to show tonight with my wife Lauren and to offer him a citation on behalf of the Commonwealth on his 80th birthday. I can't believe you're 80, by the way. And it says, we went with Herb Kupersmith, and the reason we went with Herb is because I didn't know if Herbie was an I-E, an E-Y, or a Y. Probably all of those. On behalf of the citizens of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I'm pleased to confer upon you this governor's citation to congratulate you on the joyous occasion of your 80th birthday and to commend your boundless energy and extraordinary effectiveness in service to the kids in your community, as well as your uncanny ability to eat everyone else's I got a guy who solves any problem. This third day of February, because that's actually when your birthday is, in the year 2019, Charlie Baker and Karen Polito. God bless and congratulations.
Very good, sir. There are two main acts right there.
We are honored to have had Charlie and Lauren here with us tonight, honoring Herbie in his insane schedule, which also includes, in case you don't know, he participated in the Ice Bucket Brigade fundraiser for ALS a few weeks ago. How many other governors do you think in the country did that? Okay, let's continue. Since I've got you all sitting down and quiet, Karen Walsh, would you come up, please?
Good evening. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Karen Walsh. I'm Herbie's oldest daughter. And I'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight to celebrate my dad's 80th birthday. But really, I'm here to provide insight on the most mysterious question of all. What is in the man purse? No matter where he goes, you'll notice my dad has his flip phone in one hand, which has no contact information in it or numbers saved. And that purse clutched like a lifeline to his chest. The contents are a mystery. The only item I can confirm that resides in that bag is his black book, in which he records all of his most important information, names, phone numbers, and crucial notes. And to my dad, all of you are in there. Precious information. Which is why he holds that bag so close to his heart. There is nothing more important to my father than staying in contact, keeping in touch. As you know, and I'm sure we'll hear over the course of the night, my father works tirelessly to bring people together. Reunions, fundraisers, minions. A gathering like tonight is his Facebook newsfeed. Thank you, Lisa Spinelli, who I believe is not here any longer because she pointed that out to me. His conversations with each one of you in this room reflects his continued and never-ending love for personal interaction and connection. He does it old school. No paperless posts or evites. Each one of us received a personal phone call to be invited here tonight. Unique in this age of instant gratification and spontaneity. So, as his oldest child, I thank you for being here and for being who you are to my dad. Enjoy.
Okay, is Jay Ash here? Jay Ash? He's not here, okay. Stephen James, clerk of the Massachusetts House of Representatives, will be our next speaker. Stephen? I know he's here. Michelle? There he is, okay.
Well, thank you very much, and I am thrilled to be here on behalf of the Massachusetts House of Representatives, for Representative Dan Ryan, who represents Chelsea and represents Charlestown, and for Speaker DeLeo. And we have a presentation to make from the House of Representatives. It was wonderful to see the governor here and Mrs. Baker, and hard act to follow. But I'd like to, on behalf of the Speaker and Representative Dan Ryan, present some citations on behalf of the Massachusetts House of Representatives. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts House of Representatives, be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Herb Kupersmith in recognition of your 80th birthday, your selfless and steadfast dedication to the Chelsea community through scholarship, the Walnut Street Shul, Chelsea Assisted Living, Chelsea Jewish Nursing Home. It is a credit to the city of, you are a credit to the city of Chelsea and to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and and continued success in all endeavors. Given this 26th day of July of 2019 at the State House in Boston, and it's signed by Speaker of the House, Robert A. DeLeo, and Representative Dan Ryan, and myself. Thank you very much.
Frankie Gatto. Frankie will tell you this, but he and Herbie go back almost as far as Herbie and Jerome.
Hello, Herbie. Yes. As I look around tonight and I see all these people, there's more people at your function than we had at our high school basketball games in this gym. So the most often question asked of me is, how did I meet Herb Kupersmith? The only thing we had in common, we were both from Chelsea. But Herbie played on the Williams School Warriors football team. And I played on the Sherwood School Green and Gold football team. And one year we were playing for the city championship. If some of you people heard this story, just let me say it again because we have some new people in attendance tonight. So anyways, the story goes like this. The Williams School Warriors were tremendous athletes. Many of these kids that played in that middle school team went on to Chelsea High School and they were stars. You too, Lenny Nelson. So to make a long story short, there was a lot of trash talking in the city of Chelsea. It was the biggest game you can think of. And they were saying they were going to beat us, and of course we said we were going to beat them because we thought we had a pretty good team ourselves. So the day of the game on a Friday afternoon at 3:30, beautiful day to play football down at the Chelsea Stadium. We had as many as 1,500 people there to watch this game. It was really the bragging rights. And they were loaded with talent. Our coach said to us on the sideline, listen, play smart, play hard, and leave it all on the field. In fact, when we win the toss, we want to get the ball and we want to run it down their throats. We go out to the center of the field, the official throws the coin, Chelsea, I lose the call of the coin, and their captain Walker says, give them the ball. That was nice, we wanted the ball anyways. So as I go back on the 25-yard line to receive the ball, I look downfield and I count 10 players with blue uniforms and a blue helmet. And there's one kid in the middle of the pile, in the lineup. Blue pants, blue shirt, white helmet. So we had a play on it. The play was that when I caught the ball, I was going to hit the sidelines and hopefully score a touchdown. So it didn't work out the way I anticipated. I received the ball and I went to the sidelines and I got hit by every player on that Williams School team. And the last one that hit me was the guy with the white helmet, Herb Kupersmith. So as I laid on the ground, injured, the ambulance comes, they take me to the Chelsea Memorial Hospital. And I have a dislocated hip. And my parents leave, you can't play no more, we don't need you to get hurt, we're working people, this is so sad, you can't do this no more to us. It was all talk because of course you're not going to stop a kid to participate in sports. After they leave, 20 minutes later, I'm groggy from the drugs and I'm opening my eyes and I hear someone say, the paddle, and I thought I was dreaming. I opened up my eyes, it was Herb Kupersmith at my bed. Not knowing the Williams School Warriors told him, nobody goes to see the paddle, nobody. So when Herbie came into the room, he says, how you doing? I said, well, we had a play on, I'm trying to get to the sidelines. And he says, we had a play on too, get the paddle. So 3 days later, I find out that Herbie quit the football team. He was done, he wasn't going to play no more. So Williams School lost a player, and I gained a friend. And I want to thank you for that. And just one quick story to let you know what kind of guy Herbie is. He was friendly with this guy, Bob Chernak. He was the vice president of GW. And he calls me in my office one day. I had a job at this school downstairs in my office. He says, listen, I got tickets. UMass against GW. Are you in? I says, pick me up. The game's at 2 o'clock down in the Mullins Center. UMass, Amherst. And he gets a hold of Murray Frank, and they pick me up in the big fancy car. We're going down, and Murray and Herbie are talking in the front seat. And kind of talking kind of low, I can't hear them. The only thing I heard was 19 and a half. That's all I heard, 19 and a half. That was the line of the game. So we get to the Mullins Center, we get to the game. Herbie's friends coaching GW, Mike Jarvis, and Calipari's coaching UMass. What happens is that big upset. UMass was rated #1. They had Marcus Camby, but we had the good players at GW. And as GW wins the game, Herbie goes crazy. And he says to me, come on, come with me. I said, we're going into the locker room. I said, we can't go in the locker room. They just beat the #1 team in the country. He says, come on with me. We're going in there. So we go into the locker room. First guy we see is Alexander Cole. 7 feet, All-American. He goes up to him, he says, listen, you keep on playing like this, you'll be all right. If you screw up, you'll be back in the onion farms in Belarus. So a guy runs in. Small guy runs in and says, Herbala, did we cover? And I turn to Herbie and says, who's that, Herbie? Is that the bookmaker? He says, no, that's the president of the university. God bless you, Herbie. And I'll leave you with that. Herbie told me a long time ago, he says, I wish for you what you wish for yourself, and I wish for you what you wish for yourself. God bless you.
Okay, now everybody else is now cut down to 1.5 minutes. Okay, is John DiBiaso here? Okay, you would know if he's here. Marvin Hoffman. Where's Marvin? Here he is.
I'd be happy to give Jay Ash's speech.
Jay, if he shows up, let me know, because he still has a place in our hearts. Here's Marvin.
This is a story of how I met Herbie. And this kind of epitomizes, you stop to think about what Herbie is all about. I was out of work for the first time in 20 years. I was down Doc Kagan's in Revere, and I went to have my car fixed. And Herbie was there. Now, I really didn't know Herbie. And we were standing there, and we started to talk. He said, what are you doing? And I told him, well, I really don't know now. I've been out of work for the first time in 20 years. And he said to me, he said, give me your telephone. And he said, I'll get back to you. Now, those are famous last words. And as I saw his Cadillac go down the road, North Shore Road, I said, I will never hear from him again. Well, I was wrong, thank God. The phone rang a week later. He told me that he got me a job, told me what it was. I got into the rag business for the first time. And I thanked him, and I remember that my son was having his either second or third birthday party at Burger King's in Revere. So I went down, I was thrilled. I told my wife, and 17 years later, my son was trying to get into Westfield State. And he was having a little problem. Well, Herbie said, wait. Made a call, And I think it was at that time, the guy at the head of the House of Representatives who came from Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken. We got a letter the next week. He had been accepted to Westfield State. Well, stop to think, when I look back and stop to think about Herbie and how he's affected my life and my kid's life. So my son ended up going to Westfield State, met his wife there, and 20 years later, my grandson is going to Westfield State. So that one, I'll get back to you, has certainly influenced our lives. And I'm sure there are a lot of stories, a lot of his friends, when you stop to think about it, how one little act of kindness, and if you drag it all out and look at how it's affected everyone, he certainly has affected a ton of lives. So, Herbie, all I can say is, if he's your friend for life. If he's your enemy, well, you don't want to know about a Brillo massage. So, Herb, I love you. There are famous last words from a great pitcher. You're 80 years old, I'm a little older. And old Satchel Paige said, don't look back. Something may be gaining on you. So, I love you, Herb.
Okay, David Siggers.
Thank you for having me here. It's a privilege to be here and an honor to celebrate such a wonderful occasion for a wonderful man who has done so much for me in my life. I went to Marblehead High School. I'm a MECO student. I got to Marblehead about 40 years ago, and I met this guy just because I was in the gym playing basketball, and somebody said, you have to meet Herbie Kupersmith. Like everybody else, who's Herbie Kupersmith? But that relationship grew, and it grew, and it grew. And from that point on, he was my mentor. He was like a father to me. He sent a lot of letters to a lot of schools for me. I'm getting emotional because this guy, if I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for Herbie Kupersmith. He inspired me. I've been an educator for 30 years now, and I'm proud of it because of this man. I ended up going to Stonehill College on a basketball scholarship. I didn't play that much my first year, and coach called me in the office and he said, who the hell is Herbie Kupersmith? And I said, well, he's like my father, so you better listen to what he's saying to you and give me some run. I'm ready to play, man. I've been telling you that since I got here. The season came next year, I played a lot, and him and Herbie kind of like hit it off because Herbie told him he's leaving if you don't put him in the game. I ended up graduating from Stonehill College, and to this day, he's still my friend, and I love you dearly, and I want to say happy birthday.
Larry DiGiamarino. I know you're here. There he is.
Hi, everybody. Happy birthday, Herbie. I'm honored to be here tonight and to have the opportunity to thank you like everybody else. Like Dave Siggers, I'm from Marblehead also. I have known Herbie only for 20 years. I was on the school committee in Marblehead. And we all know when you do the public service, plenty of public servants here, it's very difficult sometimes to find somebody that can be so instrumental, so important, and advance the cause of children. And Herbie was one of those guys. In fact, he was the only guy I knew that did this. Herbie took me aside. I was in the Marblehead School Committee, and he said, look, we have a down athletic program. Students aren't staying in Marblehead. What can we do? And from that evolved what Herbie called the Sports Speaker Series. Herbie literally brought in well-known coaches and athletes from around the country to come to Marblehead. We had the gym packed with students and teachers. It ignited what is today a very successful athletic program, the Marblehead. And Herbie, we have you to thank for that, because that was the beginning of the Marblehead culture. But like so many others, and it's all heartfelt, it's really an amazing thing. Herbie helped my daughter. Can you imagine, and I have teenagers, and we've all talked to teenagers, they're not the most, well, they're not easy to talk to, right? Herbie has no problem. When he sits with them, and I watched him with my daughter, it was an amazing thing. There was a direct connection. And she wasn't alone. There are thousands of kids that Herbie's done that for. Today, my daughter is a nurse practitioner, in large part because of Herbie's guidance. He asked nothing of us. He just cared. He cared for so many of us. And I'm here to say thank you, Herbie, on behalf of the thousands of kids and families you've helped. You are part of the greatest generation, and you are one of the greats in that generation. Happy birthday.
Ina Hoffman. Ina, I know you're here. There she is.
Good evening, Herbie. I'm here on behalf of Barry Berman, who is the CEO of Chelsea Jewish Life Care, and I'm going to read his words. Herb, I'm sorry I can't be with you tonight and present these words personally. I have asked Ina Hoffman to share my thoughts. I have had the pleasure of knowing Herb for over 30 years. He is a man of integrity, compassion, and a seamless balance of charisma and energy. The longer I know Herb, my respect for him grows. I got to know Herb when his mother was at Chelsea Jewish Nursing Home. He was definitely the best son a mother could ever ask for. He would visit his mom, and at the same time, he had a level of mutual respect, empathy, and compassion for the other residents. In fact, he would often bring babkas to share with them. Herb always thought of others on a daily basis. You will not find a more compassionate human being. Herb, I look forward to sharing your next birthday party. Happy birthday, Barry.
Mary Bork here. Mary Bork is the superintendent of the Chelsea schools.
Herb, first of all, happy birthday. I am not only the superintendent of the Chelsea Public Schools, but I am a proud 1977 graduate of Chelsea High School. I am also the daughter of a 1938 graduate of Chelsea High School who is going strong still at 98 years of age. Herb, you epitomize the legacy of Chelsea and Chelsea High School. Every single June, I have the privilege of standing up in front of the graduating class of Chelsea High School and offer a few words of wisdom. Every year, I say two main points of wisdom for our students. Number one, never, ever, ever forget where you came from. Never forget that you came from Chelsea. And number two, always give back, because that is the secret of a joyous and fulfilling life. Herb, you are the example for all of our students, all of our generations. You have opened the door by giving back, and you have never, ever forgot dear old Chelsea High. And so for all of that, I say thank you from the Chelsea Public Schools and from all of the generations that you have helped to open the doors of opportunity and really allow them to fly. Thank you.
first want to thank Herbie's family, wife Cookie, daughters Stacy, Karen, Marcy, their spouses, and grandchildren for sharing Herbie with us all of these years. None of the past reunions, parties, fundraisers, etc. would have been possible without their cooperation. Thank you so much, family. There was something I read and stated 5 years ago, and it bears repeating. Wait a minute. To laugh often and much win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to leave the world a better place, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. That is to have succeeded, and that is our Herb Kupersmith. Happy birthday, Herb.
Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, the man of the hour, Herbie Kupersmith.
I look around, and most importantly, I want to thank all of you for coming tonight. This has been a very unusual evening, and I have several people to thank. When I was 2.5 years old, my father got divorced, and I moved from Brooklyn, New York to Chelsea, my grandmother's milk farm. To learn how to milk a cow at 8 years old, Jerry and Frank used to come and buy milk. As I grew up, it was very, very difficult times. My friends were many, but Jerome and Lenny Nelson were my two closest friends. I look around and I see a basketball picture, and what does that picture tell me? It is about the people. And what the people meant to me. The first person that ever really helped me was Eugene McLaughlin. He was a police officer in the Ward 2 area, and then eventually became the mayor. He came into Clara Conway's Chew and Choke restaurant, saw me eating, and says, "Herbie, can I see you after you get done with the food?" I said, "Yeah." We walked from 2nd Street up to Carey Schoolyard. He said, "I'm going to stop here for a second. I'm going to buy you a fudge." I said, "I'm going away." I used to like ice cream cones, so I decided to rob Sweetheart Paper of the cones once a week and go and sell them to other stores that used to buy them at regular prices. He said to me, "If you tell me that you will never do this again, you can remain at the Williams School, or if you continue your deeds the way you're doing them, you will go to Shirley Lyman School." I said, "What kind of school is that?" "Reform school." I said, "I'm never going to steal again, ever." He sent me to Julius F. Lenny and I can talk about it for days and days. He became like my father. I would deliver the cleaning on 4th Street, and this gentleman who did the pressing said to me, "Herbie, bring this upstairs." He gave me a quarter. My mother was making $14 a week. I brought the letter upstairs, and the man said to me, You wanted an aliyah, which is a thing in Jewish that you can get a prayer. I said, what I want an aliyah for? He said, well, get out of here then. Following week, I said, I don't like it up there. I'm not going nowhere else. He said, I'll give you $1. I said, $1? I'll go to Quincy for $1. But I opened the envelope, and it said, Baltimore, 55 to 50. Here's a synagogue that was booking numbers and booking basketball and football games. The same as every church in the city. There were 21 synagogues, there were 9 churches. There were 14 independent drugstores and 87 bars. 30 years later, there are 2 synagogues, 1 church, 1 drugstore, and 87 bars. So Mr. Zeff said to me, I didn't want to be bar mitzvah because I thought it was a joke. He said, just because stupid people bet, that doesn't necessitate that you have to do the same thing that they do. He said, you will be bar mitzvah or you will not play with that team. So I was bar mitzvah. My mother gave me 3 pieces of paper. The Walnut Street Show was here tonight. There were 650 people at my bar mitzvah, not because of me, but that was a Saturday and that's how many people came. 180 people came downstairs, and my mother gave me the papers. The first one was, never drink the cup dry, leave some for other people. The second one was, if you're going to do something, do it because you want to do it, not because you're going to get accolades. And the third one was, as you grow older, you will find that 99% of the people are takers. I want you to be a giver. And that's what my life has been. I thank you for coming, and God bless you.
One more thing. We want to sing happy birthday to Herbie. But there's a couple of other people too whose birthday we're celebrating today. Ralph said his mom, Barbara, her birthday is today. Harold Mendel, his birthday is today. Harold, shall I tell people how old you are? No? Okay. And my son-in-law, Michael Carroll, his birthday is today. Are you ready, everybody? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Herbie. Happy birthday to you. You got big ears. You got red ears. That plaster, you. That one. Happy birthday to you. Cake is on the table. Whoever's birthday is closest to Herbie's birthday, which was February 3rd, you can take your beautiful little Gerber daisy home with you. And thank you all for coming.
Wonderful cookie, very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're going to do